let's talk about preparedness in a different kind of way. Today is September 1st. It is the first day of Preparedness Month, and I am very happy to say that I'm going to share something new with you every single day this month. Today, the first day, I am going to share you 10 key items that are in my first aid kit. Now, before I go through this list, I do want to say that these are not the only things in my kit, but I feel like these are really beneficial to have. So if you look over here, we do have feminine care. It's so important to have these items in your first aid kit, even if you don't have adult females, or adolescent females in your family, because you might have someone over who does have a need for it. The next thing we have here are pain relievers, fever reducers, for adults and children. Again, everyone's household is different, but I have a child in my house, so it's important to have these things in my house. Next up, we have hand sanitizers and wipes, because things get messy. Sometimes you're not able to wash your hands and you just need to make sure that, things are pretty clean here. So that is number 3. Number 4 is probably my favorite find, and that is a Saline wound wash. I think that most of us growing up, especially us who played outside all the time, you'd end up with a pretty gruesome gash, and your mom would just hose you off. But this is for the proper way to do it. You want to make sure that things, don't get infected and things like that. So when I saw that, I jumped on getting it for my kid. The next item, number 5, I call it the Band-Aid kit. So you're going to see that I have a Flex Seal spray bandage, they have butterfly bandages, and then I have an assortment of different sizes of regular bandages. I do group those together, but they are all different in different ways, and it just depends on where your wound or scratch is or bite, and that's why I have so many different kinds. Up there, all the way to the right, is my number 5, and that is a cold pack. So I do not like the cold at all. You're going to find that it is not my favorite, but having a cold pack in your first aid kit is crucial, especially if somebody gets hurt and needs that instant cold. So these are super easy. You can find them at almost any department store, pharmacy, that kind of thing. You can order them online. You just squeeze them, shake them, and then they instantly get cold. They don't last a super long time, but it is long enough to, be able to get things cooled down. Right below the cold pack, we have some cold relief. So again, these are just everyday items that you may or may not use every day, but when the time comes, you're going to definitely need these. If you're not feeling well and need to take some sort of medicine, you don't want to have to run to the store to go get these items. That's why cold, flu, and things for your stomach, those sort of medications are crucial. So that is number 6. Number 7 are these compress nonstick pads. So again, going kind of back to things like lacerations, burns, those kind of things, you don't want to put your bare hands on them. So you're going to get these compresses and these pads, open them up and be able to keep things really clean for someone. Number 9, gloves. I rarely see gloves in people's kits, and they are so important to have in your first aid kit. Again, it's all about keeping things clean. And last but not least, thermometers. I want you to have not 1 but 2 thermometers. You can have a digital and just a regular old school thermometer. They are so helpful, and I really don't use these very often, knock on wood, but it's good to have 2. These are just the items that are in my first aid kit that's in my front room of my house. But I did want to show you some bonus items as well. So I'm just going to move these over. Got some tweezers. Again, tweezers are so good for removing thorns, slivers, you know, pieces of metal shavings. It's hard to just pick those up with your fingers. So having a decent pair of metal tweezers is a good thing. Q-tips. Q-tips are good for applying medications, things like that, things you don't want to get your hands on. And again, this is really in the case if you have little ones, but diaper rash creams, ointments, things like that. It doesn't just simply say diaper rash creams, but you can actually use those on, you know, insect bites and things like that. So that's it. That is my top. These are the 10 items that I've shared with you today. Again, some of these things are common that we think that everybody has in their household, but other items may not be so common. What do you have in your first aid kit that you think could be beneficial to you and your family? I would love to hear more in the comment section below. If you want to see more this month, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Hope everyone has a good one. Bye.